Ladies and gentlemen, what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be scanning this entire roof for moisture. Using the Tramex moisture meter, and then when we core drill a sample, we're gonna use this moisture meter to check the moisture content in the wood. In order to waterproof a roof like this, we're looking at about 1,000 square meters of a roof here with plenty of machines, air conditioning units and what have you. But in order to waterproof this type of a roof, we must scan it. And now there you go, there's 40% in this area and there was 20% there. So that would indicate that there's a problem underneath this felt here, even though it looks okay-ish. There's no visual defects. I mean, it looks solid, there's no splits. But that moisture is not lying. It indicates that there's water sitting beneath this felt. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna install vents in this very area if we go ahead with the waterproofing works. Yeah. There you go. You would never think that there's water sitting beneath this felt. But there you go. 50%. Now that means that there's puddles of water between the layers over here. So imagine if we coated this entire roof with a polyurethane or a liquid silicone, it would be just a matter of time before it blisters. Because there we have a location number 3. Also 20% of moisture. That means that there's some water trapped. See, parallel felt is great if it has the right fault. If you have the torrential rain and all the water falls down from the roof into the outlets, roof like that will be safe and it will last long. But the problem on those roofs is that they always have permanently ponding water, and in some cases even up to 4 inches. And this roof is a perfect example of it. So that's why we're doing those scans.
It's like gidelim ölçüleri.
25? Yeah. This is a very important area right here. So we were called here. This is one of the outlets that is a priority for us to drop, because the water here can reach even 3 inches when we get the torrential rain. And in this very spot, we have even up to 40%, 20 to 40%. So even though the roof looks and feels solid, there is some moisture between the layers. And before we do any waterproofing, our job is to let that water evaporate through vents. Yeah, so we're gonna have to lash about 6 to 7 vents just in this area here. So now we have one of the cores here, and look, we don't even need a moisture scanner to check how wet this is underneath, because look at that. Now, mind you, this roof is not leaking, it doesn't have any visual defects, and down below there is absolutely no problems with the roof. But look at it. It's absolutely saturated, and it's not like it was built with a marine plywood, which would last 100 times longer. And just for the crack, we're gonna see how much moisture is within the board. It's almost max. Now, mind you, this moisture meter doesn't go to 100. Yep. So that's why we installed those bad boys. So we're gonna core it even more till we get to the insulation. We'll fit this bad boy. We fix it in, mastic all the way around with a part of the system, and then use a liquid membrane to go over it. And that way any water that's sitting within the roof can evaporate through this vent. If we didn't do that, there's no way that we could guarantee this roof for 20 years. Even at that, this is the very last call to save the roof.